Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel Frias, and today I will be talking a little bit about what is behind my artistic mind. Thank you. I've always been into drawing. Ever since I can remember, drawing has been my need of therapy to escaping the harsh realities that I have encountered throughout the life that I live. There's been many challenges that I have encountered, just like everyone else on this earth, but I can justifiably say that drawing has been one of those things that have helped me push forward through the needs of anything. For an example, I could always think of storytelling as a way to fully express someone's self. This is the one thing that I always been shifted towards to the most, and that is the visual power of storytelling through images and text. I have gathered skills from both graphic designing and graphic novel developing to create my own worlds and not only use them as a need of self-expression but as an encountering to fully reach the level of creativity a human being has the capacity to reach for. And I've been inspired by many people throughout the course of life that have inspired me to create such stories and visual worlds along with each character and each background for each panel. One artist that I can think of is Alan Moore. Although not an illustrator, essentially, he is the commander of how he wants his visuals to be told throughout his story. He's been a really famous actor through the 20th century and even has published a lot of famous works through the 21st century. Another individual that I can think of is John Romita Jr., especially in the comic book community. Unfortunately, he has not reached what his father, John Romita Sr., has approached, but he has still managed to make a name of himself and contribute in stories that have shattered the way that people see comic books to today's day, making it to a more self-expressive and not so afraid need to be messy, which is what I have inspired in my work. I like to make a lot of details. I believe that lines convey action, and any artist will be able to know this. When we see wind, we see lines, and when we see shout, we see figures that resemble explosiveness. This is a visual language that is not only for those that read comic books, but for anything in general. It's a multiversal language. And I say this because we see this in stop signs, we see this in logos, and more. That is the graphic designing aspect that I get from this comic book telling. You can use those to create your own individual languages, therefore your own individual worlds. The main reason of why I mention these artists and I'm so fond of them is because, like I mentioned before, comic book telling and drawing have been helping me with a lot of challenges throughout my life. One of those was moving here when I was 11 years old. I am a native from Venezuela, South America. But due to the danger that ran through the cities of my hometown, my family and I had no other choice but to seek out of the country and then search for a new life. Coming in here not knowing a language is not easy, especially for an 11-year-old. Making friends is really difficult. Socializing is difficult. Functioning in general is difficult. But that's where comic books were introduced into my life, and I started reading them, and little by little, after 6 months of embarking into this visual storytellings, I can fully confidently say that I was capable enough to defend myself in the language thanks to those heroes that helped me throughout the way, such as Alan Moore and John Romita Jr. Not only helped me, but also inspired me enough to make my own stories. I am currently working on a project called We Will Miss You. It is a story that is distributed between 3 books by year 1, year 2, and year 3. I believe storytelling has the power to convey emotion, connection, travel through time, document, storytell, and much, much more. And I could not be any happier to have the skills needed to resemble those features. My name is Gabriel Frias. This has been my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed it. May you all have a wonderful summer, and thanks for everything.